Hey guys,
Hey,
What it do? What it do?
new year, new shit. Hope y'all love that fucking intro. Look forever.
It's so fire. It's so fire. Yes.
Yeah, but it's the new year, so it's time for a new us. We're going. I don't
turn your
remember the
mic on.
intro. Yeah, turn your mic on. I don't remember the intro,
New
but since it's a
licks.
new
That's
year,
okay.
we'll figure out something else.
It's a chance to make new intros.
Indeed.
I'm not trying
New
to come up on the
beginnings.
fly right now, so I'm gonna say this now. It's your boy Demon Engine. Everybody else, we got
Indeed.
the Queen Neek over
We
here.
got Queen Nick. You already know what it is. I love you guys. It's been a crazy year. Let's see what we got. Let's start this year in review.
Salty Truth.
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Corey Salter True Floyd here. I hope everyone's doing well. And to my
Something.
left,
Yeah. It's SiddeeQah Love here. I survived 2020 like the rest of us. So, in words, we made it.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
Ninjas, we made it.
Through the year, we set
Ninjas, we
goals.
made it.
we are Amerime Junkies. We are now streaming live on Facebook as well as YouTube.
That multi-stream income, baby.
Yeah,
We trying to get it.
Woo-hoo. What's good?
So please feel free to chime in on the conversation if you can, and don't forget to like and or subscribe. But first, I think it's time for a long-awaited geek report.
Oh man, so many things to cover.
So many things have transpired, so little time. I guess we should start with Cyberpunk 2077 from CD Projekt Red. The game came out. It sold 3 million units. It's also refunded over 250,000 units. Because the game came out to what could be only described as incomplete. CD Projekt Red put out a press statement admitting that it wasn't fully prepared. And Engine, your thoughts?
My thoughts. There shouldn't have been lying. There shouldn't have been any
Boneless.
rushing of the product, especially knowing one, the hectic year we had, two, again, the hectic year with shipment and trying to get new technologies. Like, new technologies came out, and this game was in the work for the longest, and it needs to keep up to date. Did you honestly think that PS4 and Xbox would handle it? Come on now.
Well, here's the funny thing. The biggest issue has been on PlayStation. I've been playing on Xbox One. I've had an issue maybe twice.
I can tell you right now, I've played some of it. The gaming group I have played, they've played even more than I have, and they said they haven't run into anything. So I really don't know what the complaint is on that.
The biggest complainers so far have been Sony. And of course, everyone in the PC Nation are fine.
Yeah, I got a 2070 in my computer. I'm not worried about it.
The first patch for the game has already been issued out, and from my perspective, it is running a whole lot smoother. But at the same time, I'm kind of looking at a lot of the gamers and realize how good they don't understand how good they have it. Because back in my day, when your game just came messed up, guess what? That was it.
Yeah,
There was no online patches. There was no updates. It was what it was.
Do you think if GoldenEye would have came out today, that we would have to deal with you can't pick what's his name? Odd Job.
Odd job.
You can't pick Odd Job because he's too goddamn short. You think they wouldn't have fixed that shit if it came out today?
No, but at the
That
same
would have
time,
never
I
been a
think
thing.
that I just think that there's a certain there's I think people have a very weird view on games and releases because I remember when Skyrim first came out, my first playthrough, my first time playing it, my game crashed in the beginning. Like the wagon literally flipped over and the game just turned off. And as a matter of fact, some of those glitches are still in Skyrim today. So when it comes to a game that looks as detailed and as layered as Cyberpunk, I'm going to give it some leniency
Yeah.
because I mean, could be worse. It could have been No Man's Sky on launch day.
Oh, I was just about to bring that up. It definitely could have been. See, there's the thing. They outright lied to us on that one.
And the marketing campaign for that was like 4 times harder.
Or remember, which Black Ops was it that released both on PS3 and PS4? I'm trying to remember, but I
I
think it
have
was.
no idea. I
I think
stopped
it was.
tracking
I
them.
think it was two. Where the four looked nice, and the three version had some graphics that you would see out to come out of Gmod.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah, yeah. So like, this ain't nothing new. At least
But
the game pretty.
true. Pushing ahead. Um, on New Year's Eve, some news kind of rocked the nerdcore and hip hop world that MF Doom has passed away. And what was more mysterious on that, he actually passed away back on Halloween, and his death was just being made public before the end of the year. So I'm not gonna lie, it's very sad. He was 49. He was huge hip hopper, huge nerd, truly lost. Were anyone here check out
Mm,
MF Doom?
no,
I
not.
did. I used to listen to more so the instrumentals that he did more than like his actual music. But like as a producer, I can say that his work was very, very impressive. I did quite enjoy his his uh his vibe of like what he created from, scratch outside of just the words and being a very talented wordsmith.
Mm, but it really is a loss. Now, on Christmas, there was two big films that came out.
Yep.
Uh, Disney's Soul, starring Jamie Foxx, and Wonder Woman 84, starring Gal Gadot. And Wonder Woman 84 has divided DC fans even more. While some people say it was absolutely great, other people think it was absolutely trash.
Everyone is divided on it.
Can they get a win?
They have a few wins, but my I recently sent in my review. My first watch of it, I was hating it. I was hating it. My second watch, I learned though I liked it a little bit. If I give it a grade, I'd give it a C. Sid, did you see Wonder Woman? Sid.
I think she had a headset mishap or something.
Oh no. Unfortunate. How about you, Engine? Did you see 84?
Some of it. I saw some of it. I also
What
passed out.
did you see any did you like anything you saw?
I mean, I'm not the biggest Wonder Woman fan, so like I was fine with the movie. It was good to me. So yeah,
What
visual.
about you,
I
Queen?
never loved. I never watched the movie, but I wasn't really super interested in her backstory, and y'all already know why. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, we're not gonna go there.
Please,
We'll save
please.
that
I
for
was told
another
to
day.
behave. I was told to behave. I was told that we were trying to promote this show, so I will leave it there. Not
Okle dokle.
interested.
Well, I definitely watched Disney's Soul, and I did find it to be a very. I don't feel like that's too much of a family movie. Ironically, I felt like that was actually made for adults who have kids, and like, yeah, I guess you got to watch something with kids
That
because
can you
was
watched
it
it,
just me?
fam?
Well, I mean, of
Can
course, I
we
watched it.
slight spoiler? Can we talk about how this man got pulled into the sunken place casually? Got his soul ripped up out of his body. Can we talk about it?
Well, wait, he died though.
Hmm? No,
It was like he
not
died.
him. It was like he died for a little bit. But then he's like, "Oh, you're not the right person," and then just slid him back up. He's now cowering and whatnot, shaking. Like
Mm-mm-mm.
we're not
Oh,
gonna.
the bull definitely
Yes,
accidentally killed someone else. Yo,
he took him straight to the sunken place.
I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie. I feel like that movie could have used Bone Thugs and Harmony's Crossroads at least one time.
yes.
So you don't be lonely. See you at the crossroad, crossroad.
But visually the movie is quite beautiful. There was actually not only black people as art consultants, but there were actually black animators who worked on the film as well. And because I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen brothers and sisters look this good in animation since uh
The Princess and the
Since
Frog.
ever, since the PJs show.
uh I don't
I
know.
would
I don't know
say the
about the
Princess and the
PJs.
Frog.
Really
I
a
think I
joke.
would have gone with the Boondocks.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, the
the
Boondocks.
I'll
Boondocks.
take that one too.
Princess and the Frog was great. Oh, now that my headset is done cyberpunking, um, I've returned.
It's all good, Sid. It's all good. um, in other movie news, um, this next Spider-Man movie is it's getting a little too massive in my opinion. Because so far it looks like they're trying to bring back Tobey Maguire. They've already brought back Alfred Mondina, who played Doc Ock in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
That one wasn't bad though.
No, no, I Spider-Man 2 was actually Spider-Man 2 was actually one of my favorites.
You mean like Spider-Man 2
Tobey
with Tobey
Maguire.
Maguire? Oh yeah, I actually loved all the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, to be honest.
I
Unpopular.
love his acting ability. I really do. I enjoyed seeing him. But although I feel like they could have chosen a more attractive character, which is why
Yeah.
I really enjoy Tom Holland. Because he a corny like no, Peter Parker is a corny dude. But the thing is, there's like a certain like corniness about him, and it makes him cute because he has like this boyish charm with him. Like that's how he was in the comics and things. Oh, look at you! You still cute. Come on, bro. Yes.
Yeah, funny.
So no, though. Like, why we wear pink though? Why are we both wearing
Yeah.
pink? I love it.
Hey yo, what's up, Ma?
I'm not that. That was cringy as shit, and I'm gonna need you to never do that again.
I
Yo.
love the fact that we're both wearing pink. Oh, we got a surprise for y'all. So, like, we are actually in the same room. Well,
I feel like they figured it out though.
yeah, I don't. I'm pretty sure you figured it out because Corey stopped like looking at me while he was responding.
I mean, that's perfectly fine. All I ask is Corey might have to mute his mic because it's loud enough to be heard on yours.
Oh shit. That's just because Apple is just great at what they do.
Okay.
Hey man, we have a superior product. Sorry,
Oh, also,
but
both of you fuckers lost and owe me money. It is,
excuse me.
first of all, wait, it is
Who wait? Who lost and
January
who owes who money?
2020. This phone is perfectly fine. Remember when you said this shit be cracked by October? Motherfuckers,
Who said that? Wait, who said
both of
that?
you.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh shit, we did.
How much did we bet?
We put a
Yeah.
dub on it.
Okay, I'll send you your money in like 2-3 weeks.
I'll throw some tears in a bucket for you.
Now watch me sit there and fucking crack this in like the next few days.
Hilarious.
Probably.
The universe held
No.
out just long
But you
enough.
said something.
Just so long enough for you to get your coins. Like, listen, nigga, we already. Sorry, you gonna have to bleep that out. My bad. But yeah, you know what I mean. You gonna have to just get that together. It is what it is. But man, look at all four of us. You know, this year has been pretty nuts, right? Longest 3 years of our lives.
Right. Longest 5 years.
Right. It
Each
really
month
like
was
I
a
have
year all on
aged.
its own, yo.
Yo, for real. It was like, yo, I can't take this. Like, y'all hitting me one at a time. Like, just hit me all at once. This is too much.
2020 has shown me that I indeed have the soul.
Oh my God.
My soul is actually 2020.
Hilarious.
I mean, but if you learned and took something from this year, then that's just the most amazing thing, you know?
Unless the last
Like that's what matters because there's too much negative to focus on and to dwell in that we need to in order to foster a better future and to prosper even further than where we are. We just need to focus on the things that we are grateful for, the things that this year has brought to us, clarity, understanding, compassion. Those are the things that are important and those are the things that matter in this life, in this world, because those are the things that will actually change other things, like all the things that we can't control, all the things that are out of our control. When we share those things with each other and connect with each other as human beings first, you know, who knows what we can accomplish.
And that
Corey, you're muted. Like you're going on and you all the way muted.
Yeah, both of y'all are muted.
Hmm.
I thought everything just crashed on the stream. I was about to be like, shit. I gotta fix it.
Give him a second, guys. He's refreshing his page. Somebody gonna have to let him back in.
Oh, I got it.
I'm just gonna fix my headset real quick while so I figured you're gonna edit this whole part out. So
Come on, let him back in.
haha. How do I sound?
You sound good.
All right. What I was saying was Nico's beautiful words of wisdom brings up our next point on our geek report that's more important to us. Nico is going to be heading to Florida tomorrow, and she is still a junkie. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah,
You're
Well,
just going to be a little further away.
But I will be making my road trips back in the summertime. But this winter shit is for the birds. I love you all, but fuck this.
Oh, you see, like you a junkie now. You know we work operate like Disney over here.
No matter where you at, no matter where you are, the magic still exists.
Yeah, I was
So,
thinking of that Disney, but okay.
I'm sorry, my
You
what's
can't.
your version of Disney?
Oh, you know, you work for Disney, which means you stay busy cranking
you
out
stay busy.
assembly line whimsy.
Artists begging me to stop. I won't let them.
Oh, let 'em.
Labor conditions in my
In my
shop, I
shop,
don't
I
sweat
don't
them.
sweat 'em. I can't.
Oh, man. But
But
seriously, 2020 was just so
Wow.
much.
Wow.
2020 was the year that almost KO'd me.
Like,
My had me in the first half.
in a second.
like so much happened in 2020. You can't. It's very hard to quantify. Like, I feel like Tiger King happened 2 years ago.
Yeah, it definitely feels like that was like forever ago.
Hey, Sid, we see you. I don't believe I can hear you though, darling.
Can you hear me now and see me?
Yep.
All good,
Hey,
baby.
Yeah,
Hey,
everything is. We not 2020 and up in here, okay? We
we were.
2021 ready.
Look, y'all out here
Hey,
twinning
look,
the ink.
but this is
we
our
out here
review
walking that
episode,
hat.
darling. We got to talk about the thing that was.
It
Yeah.
is for some people. It's 2021 for us. It's 2020 has one for other people.
I just can't.
Mm-mm-mm.
You know what I like? One thing about 2020 that I enjoyed that was just so random and fun:
Mm.
the Tyson Roy Jones Jr. fight. Like that was such a 2020 thing. That was such a 2020 thing. It was random. It came out of nowhere, but it was enjoyable to an extent. Like I don't know, it just was so 2020 to see that happening. Like who would have thought, you know? And
Yo,
then
what had me cracking up was when they initially announced the fight. Like, Roy Jones thought it was going to be like, just a friendly competition, not understanding that Mike
yo,
Tyson, he don't do friendly boxing.
no,
He
he
do
don't
you go night
know.
night boxing.
Exactly. He doesn't know what to do. And like the highlight was watching
He
all of
wasn't
it.
ready.
Right.
He wasn't ready.
At all.
The highlight was watching all of the
Yo, it was like
training
watching Roy
videos.
Jones Jr. dodge the Grim Reaper.
Yo. No, first of all, Roy Jones Jr. was tired before
Yo,
he even
I
got
was
into the
so
ring.
worried.
He said, "You came to fight. I
He,
came to
but did y'all see how
fight."
he was tired when he walked to the actual
Mm-hmm.
ring though? He was tired when he first came out. He was like
Yo,
like he was yawning.
I
He was
think it might have been
tired.
past his
my
bedtime.
my
Yes, it
man,
really
my man
was.
did look tad winded.
Ted all the way. Yes. Oh, and the dude, what was his name? The one that got KO'd by
Yo, like I was so.
Jake Paul? Dog, come on.
Oh,
He,
Nate
that was
Robinson.
Nate Robinson was definitely like Nate Robinson is the person like personified 2020.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
how we
You know
all
what?
I
went into
believe it.
2020.
I can
You know
believe
He got
it.
what?
knocked out. He got
Here's
knocked
the
out,
thing.
but he got knocked out by a Paul brother.
Hold on.
Mm,
I'm gonna say this. He cheated. You know why he cheated? He had twisted tees in his gloves. That's
stop.
why.
I saw
Yo,
that meme too.
when I found out, realized that Twisted Teas were the last meme of 2020. I was just like, yo, this fits.
Yes. It all fits. Do people even remember that like Kim Jong Un like faked his death?
Yo, he smacked the.
Probably not,
That's
yo.
such a 2020 thing.
Yo, that.
Like, do you not remember like him coming back from
That
the dead?
part. That
Yeah,
part. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. He really
yo,
did. Because he wanted to see who was really fucking with him. Like, excuse my language. Please, please, like, blurt me out.
I'm about to
So
say
sorry.
as a cruel
as a
as
cruel
a
dominating
cruel dominant
dictator. I'm like, no one has no
dictator.
choice but
I'm
to
like,
mess
no
with
one
you
has
or
but
die.
to mess with you or die.
Yep. Fact.
Like he has.
Like
Pretty
he
much.
has.
No other decisions to make.
Like, who decided to plan 10 years worth of
No,
events into a single year?
Yo.
No.
The
I mean,
ancestors.
oh
They
my
they were
god.
trying to reset some things, and guess what? It has worked.
One thing after the other.
yeah, because the one thing I do, the
Yeah,
one thing
because
I do
the one thing
appreciate.
the one thing I do appreciate about 2020, that I'm word. I'm lagging so hard.
Yes, you literally still in 2020, yo. We 2021 over here, and Corey the only one. He the only one that ain't bypassed December 31st. 20, like
Wait,
he's
we in the same house.
yeah, but the thing is,
I'm not
Corey,
connected to the internet. You
Corey is
connected to your Wi-Fi?
December
That's probably why.
35th right now,
Nah,
2020.
nah. We in 2021.
He December
He in
35th.
2020th.
This
The definitive edition. That's what he's strapped in.
like literally when he signed some dated December 35th, 2020. Like it ain't even 11:59. It's like you know how military time go to 24. Corey is in like hour 27. Like like with the leg.
Clocking in
Dog.
overtime.
But you know what? Since this is the review, it's only right that Corey showed up as a representation of 2020. Since we are reviewing how 2020 went. But look, I started out in 2022 at the beginning, like my headset and all that. So look, it is what it is.
Oh, good. No, y'all are hilarious.
All the things that were watched in 2020.
Oh goodness, Tiger King.
I forgot that was even. I swore that, like Corey said, it was like 2-3 years ago. I didn't even remember
Yeah,
Tiger King happened this year.
right. Me either. I didn't really care
Within the
much either.
last year.
No, I didn't care for Tiger King that much at all. I just was like, we're just making, you know, not so rich, you know, non-melanated people rich for being, less than mediocre.
Yeah, I mean, like for to be them is to acceptable to be mediocre. There is no mediocre with us. But we
Yeah.
know this. You know
And
what I
we had
mean?
some
At the end of
great
the day, we
things
gotta
come
work
from
twice as
us.
hard to get
What
half as much as they get.
What made
what made what made
all of that
what
crazy
made all
was
of that crazy was
everybody on the show was a
everybody on
horrible
the show
person,
was a horrible person,
except for the person who
except for
lost their arm.
the person who lost their arm.
like,
And
like,
then on top of it,
And
to
then
sprinkle
on
more
top
of
of it, to
2020 on it,
sprinkle more of 2020 on it,
Carol Baskin, who definitely
Carol
killed her
Baskin, who
husband,
definitely killed
was
her
on
husband,
Dancing with the Stars.
was
yes, and
on
she was
Dancing
not
with the
that great on
Stars.
there. Yo, you know what, Corey? We want
She's
to change your name
old.
from
She's
Salty Truth.
old.
We're changing your name from Salty Truth to Teddy Riley. Cause you lagging like he was in the verses of Babyface.
But
Let
I'm
me.
not even trying to do all the stuff that he
But
was
I'm
doing.
not even trying to do all the stuff that he was doing.
Man, you Internet Explorer right now.
You kind of are, Corey. Like it's pretty bad. Let's get bad. Do you wanna just like come on here?
Yeah, be in the video together, and
Come
then just
on.
name it Queen Neek and Salty Truth.
I mean, most people know who Salty is at this point. We're 30 minutes in.
I'm sick of y'all.
Fine.
Listen, it's not our
Fine.
fault that you showed up as TR in this joint. Teddy Riley up in his piece.
Listen, man.
Yo,
So many devices connected to the internet, I guess.
Boot out SiddeeQah. She keep calling me Teddy Riley.
How he trying to come at me and he's still lagging? Like his coming for me is lagging.
Y'all Virgos are hilarious.
Fam.
Oh
Like,
my
why'd you look?
god.
Why'd you look like a toddler when they grab a phone? In the
This Virgo right here. All that Virgo energy. Between the two of them. Hilarious.
I hate y'all.
Yo,
I
2020
hate
in
y'all.
review.
You love us.
He gave it to us double time. I hate y'all.
Bro, so nice.
I
He
hate
had to
y'all.
hate us twice.
He hit us with that. I hate y'all twice.
All right, come on, Corey. Come over here.
I know. Engine heard it. He was like, "I hate y'all. I hate y'all."
That's because my headphones literally pick up everything. Like the main part of the headphone is already broke, but it won't like it's.
That's gonna be my new thing. I'm gonna put on Facebook. I'm gonna roast you so nice you gonna hate me twice.
Right, yo.
It's my God.
There we go. There we go. That's all we asked for.
Look at this.
Here we is.
Look at this.
Cause you know what it is. Cause this drawing is just weird. All right, maybe this way. Cause that's a little better. I mean, you can be heard. I guess y'all can hear me.
They look like they taking pictures
no
like
lag.
in the drawing. You know,
Like we trying to figure it out, right?
At the kiosk.
Yeah, like you trying to figure it out.
I feel like we doing the early 2000s in review now.
I can't do it.
Hey, those were good times too.
Yes.
Yo.
But yeah, like isn't it crazy though? We literally all right. Let's pay our respects. Let's take a moment of silence for Chadwick Boseman, Gianna Bryant, and Kobe Bryant, and MF Doom, and Tiny Lister, and all the thousands of millions of people we've lost to Rona. You know?
Yeah.
Let's have a moment.
Let's just have a moment of silence for those people.
All right, we back.
All right, y'all.
Hey, Engine, is it time for a commercial break, sir?
He really gonna go and look too. Like, let's see if it's time for a commercial. I'm seeing the 2020 energy ain't trying to leave. Like,
yo, his whole face was just like.
It's 28 o'clock right now, and
right.
I don't got any ads to play.
Matter of fact, it ain't even January.
We're gonna show off that sexy intro one more again and use that as our commercial break.
All right, let's do it.
You can put something in place of that later.
Yeah.
Yo, that intro is so fire. That intro is so fire.
NDDD.
It really is, though.
Like, who did that? Who did that?
Gabby's
Who did that?
Yes.
Engine.
You know, Demon Ninja did his thing, put his thing down there. You
Yes,
know,
he surely did.
swung his swung his wee wheel around
He
a
put
little
his
bit.
foot
You know,
down.
I'm here for it.
He
Listen, I'm
said,
trying to censor
2020,
myself as much
I'm
as I
leveling
can.
up.
I'm gonna still say what I want, but I'm not just. I'm just gonna be a little more clever with my wordplay. You know, I'm always like out of pocket. That will never change. But
So, well, can I just ask really quick though, before we move on to our main topic of the that disappointing topic of the of the show.
this year,
I just wanted to know, my peoples, what are what's new for y'all in 2021? Like, the year has went on in 2020, but what's something that is like, you happy to bring with you into 2021 from 2020? What's newer? What's going on? What's been up?
do you want to start? Do you want to
Engine,
start?
engine want
I'm
to
a,
start.
Oh, okay, Engine,
Oh,
go
oh,
ahead.
yeah,
You
because
want to say?
you gotta start. I mean, look at the fire intro. Like, you just fired though. Like,
Yeah,
this is
you
like
look like you
you've
got
been leveling
plans.
up
My
all
guy look like he been
2020.
leveling up just silently and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Right.
playing it like Birdman.
First of all, before he even go on Facebook, he been showing off. Like, do you see them selfies? He like,
Uh-huh.
yo,
I've been
he like,
seeing
I'm
them.
handsome, so
So
hello.
here I am.
Right.
Hello, ladies, and I'm here for it.
I mean, 2020 hit the shit out of me. Like I said, it almost had me in the first half. I'm not going to lie, and it changed my outlook and perspective on a lot of things. And it was a year to make me really look back on my life.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I just wanted better for myself. I'm happy I left the last of my toxic past
As
in
did I.
Yes.
2020.
Yes.
Yes.
Here
It
for it.
stung the way I had to leave it, but I left it. I find it funny that the worst of my toxic past, day 3 of 2021, is trying to come back.
That's okay.
I'm just like, ha,
That's
nah, nah.
okay.
That it's all a test.
Yeah.
Remember, this is all a
No,
test to
that's
see
not
if
a
you
test.
still stupid. So if you
That
give
that
into it, you still stupid. Which means if you don't complete the shit,
first
you're
of
gonna
all, look,
repeat the shit.
I got an actual setup now.
Yes,
My
I see
Mm-hmm.
that.
PC,
You flossing. I should have set up elsewhere.
like my PC is under my
Right.
desk. This is my actual office. My room is next door.
Yes.
I plan to make this
Yes.
next year throughout the year. I got things that I've always wanted. Also, people, you need to add me.
I don't have a Switch.
He talking to the
He's talking
viewers.
to the audience. Like,
Oh, okay. Because I was like, I don't have a Switch.
I got you. I got you. I
what
get you.
Yeah,
I
y'all
get you.
caught that a lot sooner than I
about you?
did.
What about you, Nico? What are you you know
So
bringing
this
from
move.
2020, or new in 2021?
So I'm bringing the love that I realized that resides within inside myself is one of my greatest superpowers, but it's also one of my greatest strengths that I receive from others, and that's the number one thing I'm bringing with me. None of the extra other stuff, none of the trauma, the pain, and all of that. I processed through a lot of that, and on the third day of the year, even for me, also there was a huge revelation and understanding. And despite the emotional impact it may have made yesterday, it completely freed me and has changed just my outlook on everything going forward in the best way.
Yes. To come out of 2020 with that view is just look.
Blessed. Blessed.
Exactly.
Because that's how you get on the path to winning.
Yo,
Mm-hmm.
we already on the path to winning. That's how you
Hello.
stay on the path.
Right?
Yes.
Cause
Because what did Lauren say?
Lord,
What did Lauren Hill say? How you gonna win when you
you
ain't
ain't
right
right
within?
within.
Like,
Yo, I feel like we need an anime on like Lauren Hill songs. Like, I just feel like every
cause
episode should be Lauren Hill's song, like a Lauren Hill
he
song.
really be throwing out gems, like real life
Yes.
gems.
Now, if somebody listening takes that idea from me, cut me my check. Thanks.
Right.
It would probably be the same studio that did the Weeknd's music video.
Listen, listen. That I mean that would be cool, but just cut my check.
But if they
Make sure Lauren get her check first, though.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Just, she might need it a little bit.
The
I'm not coming at
bags.
Lauren, and I'm just saying I have support.
no, but like
I want
consistency
her
in
to win.
things, like if we being realistic here, duality in that. Like, she is a great talented
Hmm.
artist, like from top to bottom, like vocally, lyrically. She's all there. But her downfall and some of her flaws are some of the other aspects of the industry able to affect her in such a way. I can't say that it like the only thing I can see from observing is that it affected her in a negative manner.
Mm.
Not
Hmm.
necessarily, in the most positive way because she felt like she wanted to walk away from it because of the
Yeah.
contents of evil,
Yeah.
because of the capacity for wrongdoing and evil and misdeeds.
Fact.
She didn't want to be a part of that life, so I could respect that too. She kept trying because there were so many people that were rooting for her, but truly, I think she lost her spark because of all the
Give
other
it up
stuff
for
that was
Lauren.
going on behind the scenes. But you know, that's just based on my research.
Mm.
Nico be serving up facts. And
Right?
what about you, Salty Truth, aka Teddy Riley, aka 2020 personified?
Yo, I hope in the middle of the night you step on some raw Legos.
That's
He
crazy.
sold three. We
Miss-
sold 3008. He sold 2000 and late.
Like, why you want to wish me more misfortune? Dag, dag,
I hope Lamont. I hope you get a drunk text from an ex.
I
dag.
probably am.
Testing them. Dag.
Oh, but what if that was your drug text from your ex? Oh wait, no, that's Diava. You might want to read that.
Now, Salty Truth. Now we waiting
All
on
right,
you.
for 2021. I've definitely learned to appreciate what I have a lot more. Um, definitely. I mean, 2020 it knocked me around a bit, but it's things I've been through before. But with some new friends and new guidance, I uh, I learned to conquer those things. So I take that knowledge with me into 2021,
Mm.
and I'm also gonna be doing a lot more. I'm probably gonna be reaching out to our fans a lot more. I still have to do that My Hero Academia giveaway. I let other things get in the way of that.
I actually still have my character breakdown for that as well. My character analyzation. You can check that out on TikTok because that's where a lot of my character breakdowns will be because I want to make them very quick so they'll only be like a minute. I don't want anything like super crazy because then it's just going to be too much for
And
me
it's
to
going to be
handle.
a lot more work for me. So got a lot of
You
things
ready
I'm
to
going to bring
hustle?
up to the light. We have it's going to be some funny shit going down. I mean, stuff going down. Womp womp.
Some funny
Mhm.
poop.
So what you working on? Said I know you got some fire. She always got something in the tuck.
So 2020 taught me to sit down, be still,
Mm, okay.
and focus, and not take on like more than what I can handle. And that felt nice. Saying no. You
That's a biggie.
hmm So it's just like, no, I don't want to make that. I don't want to do that. You know what? I said I was
Right.
going to do it, and you know what? I'm not going to do. I changed my mind because this is what's better for me right now, like my peace and everything. Just establishing peace so that I can do the things that I want to do. And I think
Hmm.
probably in the last two, like the middle of the year and everything, I had a lot of peace. But then, like, actually maintaining it and, like, it just being a key part of my life
Okay.
was, like, established the last 2 months. And then that's why I was like, yo, I can come back to the podcast now because I've been able to establish space in my life and not feeling like I'm always trying to, like, catch up. So
I've been there.
yeah, I got tired of feeling like, oh, I got to catch up on everything. Mm-mm. So That's it. That's me coming out of 2020. Now for 2021, I mean, it's the same path for me. This year, I think it's all about maintaining my abundance mindset. Maintaining like bringing in that prosperity. I've definitely been winning in 2020 as far as the bank account, but as far as a lot of things, I've been winning in love. I've been winning in friends, and again in my peace. So this year is just about keeping it. And so it's no need to even mention the projects. It's just about that's my mindset going forward in any projects
No,
that
but
I have.
that is key though. You learned one of the you already had all the other pieces, Sid. Like because of your zodiac sign and how special you are in your
Oh, thank
personality,
you.
you have a natural knack to be able to do whatever needs to be done in any given, moment, situation, or whatever it is, because you are a problem solver. I absolutely
That is
love
the
and admire
fact.
that about you. So you learn like me this year that we can't always solve every problem,
No, and
solve
we
all the
gotta eliminate the
problems.
amount of
And
problems
we gotta
in our
we also
life.
have to take care of ourselves. Here, switch. We also have to take care of ourselves, as far as if we do want to, put something out there or whatever plan we make or we put together, you got to take care of you first because you
Yes,
can't pour from an empty cup. If you
Mm-hmm.
have nothing to give, how is it that you think you can replicate your success if you emptied out yourself already
exactly. And then
in
not
order to
even
help
empty,
others?
but like a unclean. You know how when you don't wash
Well,
the cup and you keep pouring stuff in it, and it's not a clean.
right,
Like
right.
my cup needed to be
You
clean.
needed to cleanse.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I have to speak on like mental health because it's such a big thing, and I
Hmm.
know people like it deteriorated for so many people in 2020, but like for me in the middle of like 2019 was like probably the worst it had been in 11 years, and so coming out of that at the beginning of 2020 and being able to like literally have months where I wasn't suffering from what I normally do, like for the first time in 10, 11 years, like,
Right.
I had no choice but to maintain that peace just to be, like, blessed
Right.
to
I
have, like,
like
a
this.
treatment.
You got there. You was like, I like this.
Yeah,
You
like, I
got
can't let this go, like, I don't
right.
like
It's a
and so
beautiful place, ain't it?
yeah, and you really can get a lot more done when you don't have, um, things
Internal
screaming
conflict,
yo, so fears and everything that just are remember, like, how they say fear is the,
distractions.
false evidence appearing real?
Yep. Because those are all distractions. They keep you on a certain side from going to the other side because the other side of that fear is your happiness. The other side of that ego
Facts, dog.
is your happiness. The other side of a
Hmm.
lot of these things that we are afraid of is
Yeah,
our a part of our happiness. Is on the other side of those things are our happiness. Sir
yeah,
Marcus T. King says you are a hero, but you can't see everyone if you don't save yourself in the process. Exactly, you can't save
yeah,
anybody if you ain't saving yourself. That's the most important person, a part of the plan. Like, how can you make a plan? Like, all right, we all robbers, right? And we want to rob a bank, but we don't take care of ourselves. Who the hell's gonna rob the bank?
you funny?
I'm just saying, who robbing the bank? Because if we can't, like, you
Look,
know what I mean?
Corey
If
face.
we
Corey, like, I don't care if I'm right or not. I'm 2020,
No, I
Corey.
agree.
I'm going,
like,
okay,
how
I'm
you
just,
going? Same thing. Like, you know what I mean? How can you neglect the most important person in the plan?
how you going to win if you ain't right with it?
Mm-hmm.
How you going to steal from the bank if you ain't right within?
How you gonna steal from the bank and not have a getaway car?
Actually, technically, it's not stealing from the bank. You're just taking what is
It's
already owed
was
to you.
ours.
But
But we're not gonna go there.
I'm going to go there. Are there any new bank robbing anime this year that came out?
no.
None that I could think of. I just thought that one was like the funniest emoji I
Because
could
we
think
could,
of.
if
What
only we could tie it back.
what animes definitely help you pull through 2020?
My Hero Academia.
Um, I
Like that
rewatched
one.
old stuff.
Hunter x Hunter is another one
So
that I'm
good.
like still watching.
Hmm.
Um, I'm very interested in the character dynamics in which they have because like honestly the main character was not my favorite at all. Actually, his best friend was my favorite
Oh, you
because
don't like going?
Killua like Gon was cool, but
Oh,
like Killua is way cooler because that little dude. he done been through some stuff, and he's very he's so smart, and I love it. I'm here for it,
Karapika
and
is
he's trying
always
to be
gonna
a
be
better
back.
person.
Karapika just is where it is, dog.
Karapiko be just
Karapika.
doing a lot, and I'm gonna need
Yes.
more to chill just a little bit because I just got to the point of where
Did you get to
after the
York New
auction.
City? Are you in
Yeah,
the
no,
York New City arc?
after the auction. They've already canceled the auction because of all that has
I love
transpired
Mm.
at
that
this
arc.
point. Like majority of them have perished just like their fortune said. And and
Spoiler alert.
Hisoka can't, fight the boss.
I love Hisoka.
So
One of the animes that surprisingly got me through 2020 because how just from the a lot of the internal conflicts. Beastars.
yeah, that was
Oh my
another good
god.
one. That was
I
another
didn't
really good one.
finish it. I was
Well,
watching it
season
though.
2 come out in a few days.
Oh, is it? Yo, that's about to be lit, yo. That is about to
Because
be completely
I never saw such an interesting existential crisis in a wolf.
Oh
right.
my
And he's
god.
like, do
I
I eat
enjoyed
her?
from what I
Do I
saw.
not eat her?
Do I
To
eat her? Eat her?
to I
Right.
to eat or not to
Can
eat?
you
That
not?
is the question.
hmm I am. Sir Marcus is talking about Show Hero. Actually, last week I tried to watch Show Hero. I got literally about 1 minute and 21 seconds, and I fell asleep. And then I tried to watch it like the next day, and I got about maybe 9 minutes, and I fell asleep. Like anime is so
You're
hard
just
for me,
tired.
right? But anime is so hard for me to pay attention to for some reason. But I can like sit there and watch shows like I we literally just binged Bridgerton in like one sitting. Like I can eat a Netflix show like that.
But it's just an anime. Sometimes they just gotta catch you.
Yeah.
And anime kind of forces you to have to pay attention when it comes to the really good storylines. Like you gotta pay attention to what's going on. Like certain shows I can't watch while I'm working, while I'm doing work and whatnot, because y'all know I'm up all night. So like I'll be working or whatever, and there's certain shows that I can't watch while I'm working because I'm gonna miss so much. I did fall asleep with Hunter x Hunter, but that was only because I was like binging so many episodes that I fell asleep or whatever. But I kind of got the gist, even like picking up wherever I
Where you
fell
left
asleep
off.
off.
Yeah.
So it was kind of fine for me. So I was just like, whatever, because they definitely recap anyway. So
Yeah,
it's just
they
like,
do.
oh,
Yeah, they
okay.
always recap in Hunter.
I didn't miss nothing.
What
Uh,
about you, Demon?
I barely watched anime.
He was gaming all 2020.
I was gaming on no, not even that. I was watching TV. It was half
Yeah.
gaming and half watching TV. Like I watched Good Place. I
Oh my gosh.
rewatched.
Oh, you watched The Good Place.
Yeah, I finished it actually. I was waiting for the
Interesting.
Good Place. I rewatched originals for a bit.
Ugh.
Finished Walking Dead.
Okay,
Mm.
yeah. I did
I
too.
didn't.
Oh
I
look,
still haven't finished
we're
it.
live. I was like trying to find where we were live. I'm like, where are we in ICS?
Yeah, we're live on
Yes.
Facebook.
I was like trying because I wanted to share us live. I'm like, where are we?
I just been watching a lot of regular TV.
Because regular TV is popping nowadays, yo.
Yeah.
Is it though? Is it?
All right, come on.
I mean, is it?
We
Like
just need some
not
focused
like three,
episodes,
6,
man.
and 10, but I mean like we had some really good shows.
You know what the
Lovecraft.
best movie?
Yeah,
That was
Lovecraft.
HBO.
But
That's
you
what
know
I'm
what the
saying.
best
Like
movie
I'm talking
ever
about like
on
premium
TV?
stations
TV
were
movie?
popping.
Mm.
Cinderella. Rogers and Hammerstein's Cinderella. Best TV movie ever.
With Whitney Houston
And
and
Brandy.
Brandy.
Yep, Brandy was Cinderella, and Whitney Houston was a fairy godmother. You can never get any better than that as
I
far as a
haven't seen
TV
that in so
movie.
long, but I really do love that movie.
Absolutely.
Boys, like I've been watching.
Yeah. Okay.
The
I
Boys
haven't
I
watched,
haven't finished.
I haven't watched that much anime.
I
I've
have finished The
watched.
Boys. You know what? I'm excited to see Upload, like season 2 of Upload, and I'm
Yo.
excited to see season 3 of You.
I haven't watched any of those. I
Yo.
know you is crazy though.
You is mad
Oh,
crazy, sis.
But
You gotta check it
but
out.
Sid, upload is some shit.
I'm telling you,
Upload is
I'll eat
very
a show
interesting.
real quick.
Amazon Prime. So if you got Prime, go to Prime Video and check out Upload.
Yeah, because upload is one of those things where it's just like, yo, this isn't not fake. It's just not happening yet.
Right. This is very possible.
So now I feel like I have to check that out.
Like
Seems
this
like
looks
some
like some
crazy
stuff
fish.
that Apple would come up with. This is something that I could see Apple coming up with. You know what I mean? Let's see. Oh, Marcus said The Boys was good. Day Race, yeah, really.
I watched.
Marcus says Raised by Wolves was a crazy dark sci-fi.
I haven't had a chance to actually look at that yet. That was a that's actually by the guy who directed the first Alien movie. Um
Interesting.
What did y'all think of Lovecraft Country?
I
Because
watched it
I
twice.
was here for all of it,
I
and I
watched it
think
twice.
I may watch them again.
It was
I'm down to
really
watch
good.
them again, to be honest.
Because I would like to go through character. I was gonna do some character and that. Like I think I was gonna start really
You
with my
should.
TikTok doing
You should
character
do.
analysis
You should
for a
for
lot of
Lovecraft.
the really good shows that are good, and we can really dig into each character's arc
I think
because
you should
there's so
definitely do
much
that.
in storytelling to really like. There's so much that people miss, and if you like these characters, if you find them relatable, then this is how you can relate it to it yourself, or how you can kind of process through your own traumas and your own things, just like these characters are trying to process through their own trauma with whatever tools that they have
Hmm.
equipped with themselves. Your
Yeah.
tools are totally different than your mom's tools. Corey's tools are totally different than my tools.
This is true.
Engine's tools are totally different than his mom's tools. Everybody's tools are different with each passing generation. So, some of us will be able to evolve beyond, our even our comprehension. Others will remain the same because of choice. Nothing really else, because it's all they know. If they don't know
Hmm.
anything better and they're not willing to look on the other side of that fear, they'll remain exactly where they are.
And like you like all of that, I feel like relates so heavily to a lot of the characters in Lovecraft.
Yeah, because I mean, all the adults in the show, like I was really pissed off at that. And it's not really a spoiler; it's more of just like an observation, an obvious observation. Like all the adults were so involved in their own shit that nobody was paying attention to this child.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And it's
And
like
And that
but it's
happens so
kind of
and that
often.
and I think
It
that was the
happens
point.
so
It was such a
often, and
strong
it's so
allegory.
poignant in our communities
but I feel like
specifically.
that's one of the things that sort of was uh, it really like brought attention to the times. I actually as much as I sympathize with the child, I don't feel like she could have a future without them being so involved in themselves because what was hitting them, you know what I'm saying, would have definitely hit her without them paying attention to things that was coming at them. She wouldn't be able to have what she had at the end, even though I know she
Yeah,
suffered and everything. But that's another kind of call to the times. Like children at that time, they were always hit with something. And in the 50s, they came out of the 50s and they went into their adulthood with
with
a big
trauma,
scar
and
from
yep,
that
and
time.
with those scars on those badges of
Yeah,
surprise.
and we
And
see that a lot of those people have utilized that, as strengths in their adulthood. Not
Some
saying
even
I
have
like love
weaponized
it,
it.
but I feel
that
like
that's
the
where I
alter
wanted to go
reality.
with it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, that was one of the shows like I definitely love. Like
So Marcus said, "Love did it being a true fan. How much
mhm,
of the hidden yet public gems the show had? The history of
mhm,
music, fashion, science, family values, and
mhm.
dating issues. The
I
monster
love the highlight of
lore
the
of what we
science.
do."
Hmm.
The highlight of the science in Lovecraft was so different for what we see in shows that highlight black people.
And
Um,
about just magic in
mhm,
general. Like I love the
yeah.
fact that they like Misha Green is a genius because she
Hmm.
really has a certain mantra
Mhm,
that she goes past. Like, yo, nothing is sacred. Not when it comes to art. Nothing is sacred.
mhm,
Everything is up for, whatever. And I like the fact that she challenged a lot of some of our elders' thinking
Hmm.
and dispositions on things,
mhm,
especially concerning magic and things
mhm.
that are of other worlds. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
I
because
love the fact that there was a serious, consideration, thought process, and logical ideal. You know what I mean? Like there was toxic ideologies that were there, but a lot of them started to reject them once
Hmm.
they really started to process what was going on.
Yeah. And I think one thing that's really important to highlight about a show like Lovecraft and the shows that will be coming out, because the black community has been complaining about a lot of things as far as black shows, and I think I was just having a conversation like this. I feel like one is up to the consumer to stop calling them black shows. I definitely want shows for the culture, so shows that are purely for black people by black people with black people in them. But I also want shows like Lovecraft Country, which to me doesn't feel like solely a black show. It truly feels like an ode and an honor to history. It feels like a sci-fi show where you can remove race from it and it's still a beautiful show, even though race is a huge, part
Yeah, it
of the
plays the
show.
main part.
Yeah, I was
No,
about
I
to
mean, you
say
talk about
that's a
no, like you're not. Let me
multi.
finish what I'm trying to say.
all right.
I'm trying to say that if you take out black and white, you can input any races in there. Fictional races is what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying I want you to take out black. I'm saying that I'm giving an ode to how great the writing was as a
Okay.
sci-fi story. You gotta hear me. I'm not like putting aside the greatness of highlighting racially and literally there was a lot of accuracy in the black versus
Very.
white racism. So I don't want that part of the story to go away. I'm saying the sci-fi portion of the story was so greatly written that even if they put fictional races in there, it stands alone as a great sci-fi show even without those other aspects in it. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm saying it's a great show on so many levels that even if you took out one aspect of it, it would still be a great show. It would be a great
So
period show.
so
Right.
so you're saying just like the way they wrote Watchmen, right?
Amazing show.
I know. I feel like there's a big difference. There's a big difference when it like yes, you do have well written. It is very well written. I will agree with you there. Very, very, very well written. But when you actually have folks of color in the writers' room, coming
That's
up
what I.
with these
But I'm.
ideas, that is but
But
that's
I'm
the
not.
main
But I'm
element.
not like. I'm
Even
not
though they take out,
separating
even
that.
if you do take out black actors and whatnot, right?
I'm
And
not
you
saying take
do
out black
input.
actors. I'm talking about taking out the theme of the Jim Crow era. If you put in any race, and even if it was a fictional race, I'm not saying to take it out. I'm saying that that was very
I
important
just
and
don't
very
see
good.
the outcome of the story still coming out in that same way. I
I'm just
don't,
giving an
because we have
ode
a
to
specific, very
her.
special way of
That
dealing
doesn't
with,
eliminate any of
especially
that.
being under stress, under so many stresses that most people would probably lose their minds.
Because
Like,
Of course.
I
I mean, that's
think
the theme of
Misha
the show. I'm
Green.
just saying that the sci-fi portion of the show was written so well that you can take that part of the show and put it in something else, and it will still make a good show. But I'm not saying to
okay, it would still
eliminate
make
the
a good
other.
show, but
Yeah,
with
that's what I'm
yeah,
saying. It's
all right.
still a good show, just underlying basics. But then
I
Mm,
when
think
you
okay,
add
I
the
got
other
you. I
stuff on
got you.
top is what makes
I
it
read
like
that.
even more amazing.
I think she actually covered that when she worked on Spartacus.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Spartacus, it was just like, yo,
It was pretty wild.
yeah. But
It was
mind
So
you,
good.
when it came to, especially in the first season,
like them characters is just like I've
especially in the
only
first
seen bits and
season,
pieces of that show.
everyone was getting hit with several different forms of oppression all under one house.
Mhm.
It
Mhm.
was just like it was just like
Damn.
Like who could really
yeah.
write that though? Who could really write that?
I mean, only a black woman because
So,
she understands all portions of oppression.
mhm.
Like that, but that's the key part though. That's what Hollywood doesn't see or realize. Black women are the key to everything. We are the only women on earth with the mitochondria DNA to create any other race. Just saying. That's science. That's science. That's not me. That's not me being elitist or anything like that. That is science.
One other show that actually it finished its series in 2020, and I'm kind of sad to see it go. Kipo and the Land of the Wonder Beasts.
That is definitely something I watched last year.
I absolutely love that show. The fact that it wrapped all of its story up in 3 seasons is beautiful and also sad at the same time.
Yeah, you just can't go
Because I'm just like, damn.
like that.
I was like, this is a fun show. As a it has surprisingly good music. I was like, oh,
I wanted to ask one of our commenters what he meant really quick before he went on to Kippo. We have Day Ray Jr. He was commenting. He has said like something was a black show. I wanted to know what he was talking about specifically. So Day Ray, if you can go ahead and answer that question in the comments, we'll definitely check it out. And start some dialogue about it. I definitely would want to hear your side.
What would you say was great about that show?
Yeah, we're just reading over some of our comments right now. So if you're watching, go ahead and drop some questions and comments about what we're talking about right now.
Yeah,
hmm.
definitely. Jump in, please.
We can interact with the fans finally.
But
Yeah,
outside of those shows, I watch Umbrella Academy.
Yeah,
And
that was another really good
that
one
was so
too.
good.
Did you watch season 2?
Yes, and I
The first
absolutely
episode,
loved.
didn't the first 5 minutes like you were freaking out?
Hmm.
Because it was just like, yo, to see them all maximize their potential, like to be able to see what their maximum potential could have actually yielded.
Mm.
Yeah,
Like
because Klaus was kind of scary. My man had like a small
all of it, all of the
zombie
power,
army.
all of the
Right.
power. Okay, Klaus, and that's what bothered me about him because he's such a likable character, and that's what makes you angry with him because it's like you see the same potential in him that technically his dad did
Hmm.
and does, and it's
Hmm.
like, yo, if you just get out your feelings, my guy,
Yes.
But at the
get
same,
out your traumas. You could just heal them traumas. We could just get them traumas together, like all of them, really.
But he
Because,
just
but
shows
all of
up
the
at the right
traumas are
time.
right.
Like at the end finally, like he always tends to show up. People love him. I mean, he's like, I wouldn't say he's my top favorite character, but I definitely do love his dynamic in the
I
show.
like him more than Vanya. I
Oh
dislike
my
Vanya
god,
so much.
Vanya is so
The
hard to
privilege,
like.
I
What you
cannot.
mean? I think Vanya is purposely written to be hard to like.
I agree.
Like I just
Hmm.
like her entire. Like I just
But
like
I
I
feel like,
wanted them to kill her off
but
so
don't you
bad.
feel like Elliot Page picks roles that make her shit?
Wait, him?
Elliot Page. That's why I just said, "Oh,
Hmm.
engine."
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
rewind this.
That makes
Fix this
him.
up for me because I don't like
We
to
are
misgender
live.
anybody. So what? The replay, we gonna
We
fix
still
that.
trying to figure
'Cause
it all out. Okay,
we ain't
not
misgendering
everybody falls
nobody
for
on
it.
this show. We ain't ever catching SiddeeQah misgender nobody, dog. All right, so I don't know what y'all heard, but
Yeah.
y'all ain't heard that.
Yeah.
Look,
So
Sorry.
I
um,
feel like
look,
Elliot Page
Well,
picks
I
Wait.
had to say was the concept had like shit. It's still a popular. Yeah, I'm a Colombian as a kid.
Ethnic represented.
Okay,
I
I
have no,
see where you're.
yeah,
I see where he's going,
yeah.
and I understand what he's saying. And some new shows are being created. Yeah, things are starting to look a lot better casting wise
Hmm.
in some cases.
Yeah, but in the majority of cases, I will say 2020 was more
Um,
performative activism, and that's all.
Yeah,
And that's all I'm gonna like. That's the only like no context, no nothing. I'll
I
leave it
can
there
add some context because it's still going to be relevant to the
to the shit.
subject because one of the matter of fact it was in 2020, early in 2020, David Schwimmer from Friends had made a comment
That
about
was this year.
how he wished that there was a black version of Friends.
Out of
that's very,
touch.
And
very interesting.
Erica Alexander from Living Single had to counter it like,
Yeah,
bro,
like the
Y'all
F.
literally ripped off of Living
Yeah,
Single.
like how out of touch can you possibly be?
and here's where it got
The
funnier.
privilege is astounding.
Both shows got filmed in the same studio.
Okay.
The
different, but different,
privilege is astounding.
Yo.
different
The
part,
caucasity is offensive.
different parts of the lot, and obviously a big change
Yeah.
in budget.
It's just like,
So, and and
Everything we've ever done, though, they tried to copy. They
and and here's the weird part. Here's the weird fantasy part for you. In Friends, you had several people living in New York of all places, yet somehow, even when it came to supporting cast, there was only two people of color ever on that show.
okay,
One was Gabrielle Union, the other was Aisha Taylor.
both, brown skinned women who are acceptable to.
because
Okay.
they are able to present the role of what a corporate black
Yeah,
woman is supposed to
exactly.
be.
Which, and both characters, ironically, were on there having a relationship with Ross, who was played by David Schwimmer.
So out of touch. But so, like, the thing is about the black show thing of what I was trying to bring up about black shows is that I like, for me personally, like, I'm all about having black shows, black movies. I'm all about it. But I know that our
That's why
black
Invincible was
community
better, Dorian.
but I know our black community has been complaining about how they want to have an all black cast normalized without it having to be a black show, which I think both views are important. I think we need to have shows that are just shows with all black cast, with black writers and everything. And then, of course, I want to continue to see shows that are for the culture, that are
And,
black shows and black movies. I think we should have both of them.
and the weird side is when a show is presented like that, it gets shunned by the black community.
That's
Case
why
in
I say it's
point,
up to the
the Carmichael
consumer.
show.
It's up to the consumer
It's good, but
to
I feel like
change
the
it.
writers started messing with it. I felt like some of the non people of color in the writers' room was messing with the Carmichael show, to be honest with you. Because the first season, I watched it. It was actually very funny. This was
Hmm.
him doing him, and this was mostly his input on a lot of this in the first season. Once the show started getting successful, you know what happens when shows get successful.
Yep.
They start to
Of
do
course,
well.
we agree with you on that one
So,
day, Ray. And that's true, Nico. But I feel
like, you
like
know
it's
what I
up
mean?
to the consumer. It's up to the consumer
I feel like
to
there's
not
also
call it.
there's I feel like sometimes there's also a weird thing in as far as in our community where we can't, or at least it's seen bad. Well, here's the thing. I feel like we should be able to criticize each other's work
Yeah, for
in a
sure.
constructive manner.
Yeah.
But I feel like we just need to do it not publicly, but like if we're gonna do it publicly, it
It
should
needs
be
to
in
be
one of
respectful.
our spaces, one
And
of
it
our safe
needs to be
spaces.
respectful. And if it's not in
Right,
our spaces, it needs to be like, I'm only criticizing you because I want you to be better for the people. I
right,
want you to be better in general.
right.
It
Prime
needs to be
example,
a
Tyler Perry.
constant
He don't
respect.
care because he don't
Yeah.
he doesn't
He
care
knows
because
we're not his demographic.
he's already just
Yeah.
picked his demographic and that's that. But the thing of it
You
is
ain't gonna
that
disrespect
the
anybody
more
else, I
young
feel.
well here's the thing, the more young people that are getting more in tune with themselves, like really in tune, truly in tune with themselves,
Mhm.
are starting to turn away from that because I was in his demographic. I was a part of the demographic. I was one of those people that was watching the plays and
Mhm.
all of that, watching all the movies and all of that. And after a while, I started to kind of like get tired of kind of seeing the same trauma stories being recycled constantly or whatever and all this dysfunction. It's like, why is it that even when you have the high, the high, the upper echelon of like blackness or whatever, that there's always like some sort of like
Mm-hmm.
really terrible blemish on the
Mm-hmm.
family or something like that. Like, why can't we have a balanced character? Someone who, knows right from wrong or whatever. Sometimes they make impulsive decisions, but they're not, there's not like a deep dark secret like they killed somebody or something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not something like that sounds like something out of Lifetime, because I feel like he literally just makes the black version of Lifetime
But I
movies.
think that's the.
And
And he also is the only writer of all of his
But
stuff.
the thing is, I think what people are missing is that that's his artistry. But with what his artistry has afforded him, he now has offered a place where other black creators can tell their stories that we want to see. It's not like he just has these
Is
studios
he?
and he doesn't let
Is
other.
he?
Is he?
So he doesn't let other people use his studios.
I'm not seeing that.
But he
I
There's
does.
a
mean,
lot of
There are
black.
movies
I mean,
There's
created
black
in Tyler
filmmakers
I
Perry's
mean,
studios,
that I'm
though.
asked that I've seen or whatever that want to work in his area and whatnot, and he's not
I
necessarily.
mean,
So has he been blatantly
there have been
denying
other
black
projects filmed
creators?
on his in
I
his
have no
studio,
idea.
Yeah, I'm
but
I
saying
can't
that. Why are
confirm
we
that.
only holding? I think that Tyler Perry, instead of being a part of a problem, creates an opportunity, and I feel like he creates an opportunity
He's
because he.
perpetuating the problem while creating the illusion of opportunity. That's what it is.
So you saying
Because
that
you're still
because he
perpetuating.
continues to do what
He's
he does,
he's
he's not creating an open in the market for other creators to thrive? Because I
he's
definitely
creating
see
the
other
illusion
creators
of
thrive.
that. That's what he's creating the illusion of. Because what about these characters? Because all the men in the character in his character
But I'm not talking
arcs
about his
are
artistry.
always.
I'm not talking about his artistry. I'm talking about
But
what
it
his
all ties
artistry
in
has
because
afforded.
he takes it all. It's all his personal. He's drawing from personal experience. He's drawing from his own personal know-how and understanding.
I haven't
All
seen.
his stories come from a personal place. All these women that he's creating and whatnot in his stories, these are women he's known. These are stories that he's collected over his time on this earth, learning and listening to people and being able to bring those characters to life on paper and really give them life. The problem is they're the most toxic kinds of characters. And then on top of that, the visual representation of those characters, a lot of times, especially the villains of those stories,
Mm.
are dark skinned
So
people.
so
Yeah.
should we spend our time asking Tyler to change, right?
No, we're
Oh,
not
No,
asking that
I'm
at
not.
all.
No,
I'm
let me
just
finish.
saying,
Let me finish. Let me finish. Should we be asking Tyler to change instead of taking opportunity of what his artistry leaves gaps in the market? If people are moving away from Tyler and he's literally allowing it's no matter if he's trying to create an illusion or not. The thing is the market is there. The people, the demand is there. People want other stories than what he's producing. And there are several writers out here who are getting good deals, good gigs on great networks. We are creating our own networks. We are creating our own shows, and we're paying attention to each other. And not Tyler Perry is not like the leader in what we want to see in Black cinema. He was at some point, but he no longer is. And so in like I guess like as a natural progression, he has created, like, not even on purpose, gaps in the market. Like, we demand something different. So I'm not
that's
going to
true.
waste my time asking Tyler to change his artistry. No, keep it up.
No, that's
We know
no.
better. But use what your artistry has afforded so that other people who are telling their stories can get their stories out there. And Tyler does do that. Tyler donates money. Tyler allows his use of his studios. Tyler teaches. People hate his stories, but they don't understand what he does outside of his artistry. I'm not talking about what he's showing in his movies, because there are aunties and grandmas who love his stories because that's their story, and they can have that. We shouldn't take that away from them. Just like people who love to make enslaved Black movies, people love some of that stuff and they want that. I'm not going to say stop doing that, but I'm going to say we should focus our energies based on the demand that we want to see. And I can't like ask Tyler to change his artistry if he's using it to create opportunities for other Black creators, which he actually does. People just hate the way that he tells stories.
yes,
Yeah, but anytime
but
somebody comes at like the way he tells stories, everybody's like, "Oh, well, look at everything else he's done," and it's like, no, we're really focusing on this guy. He's not a bad writer. He could be better.
Yeah.
Like he could be better. Like that's all we. That's all
That's what I'm saying.
anybody
So
ever
we can
has to
consider,
say.
but
we can
And
continue
it's
to
like everybody
constructively
takes it
criticize
as
that.
hate,
Yes.
though. Everybody takes it as hate, but it's like, no,
But some
nigga, we
people really
telling you
do.
because we want you to be
Some
better.
people really do hate,
We
though.
Bro,
just want you to improve. Like if you're gonna still tell those stories, tell them in a different be more creative about how you tell those stories and how you're dropping those gems, because like those gems are timeless. They were, because of the simple fact is the way he told the story. But
Hmm.
you're still regurgitating the same shit you've been doing for the last 10 years, buddy. You gotta change with the times, because
which
otherwise you're gonna be irrelevant. I still want him to be successful. I still want him to go to the furthest heights of whatever, because he is a Black man. And I root for my people regardless of whether or not I'm in their demographic or not. But in order for him to survive, because his unfortunately due to what we just had to deal with this year, his demographic is literally being wiped out.
Yeah, so I feel
And
like we have to, and we have to continue to criticize Tyler, or I would say we have to continue to encourage his improvement,
Right.
and but we have to also hold other, black creators to the same standard as
Definitely.
Tyler, like
Kenya
Shonda
Barris,
Rhimes,
same thing.
like
He
Shonda
literally
Rhimes.
created three
Oh,
versions of Blackish
okay,
for no
gotta
All
hold
I
them
reason.
for
know
sure.
is that growing up,
but
we found
I
a
actually
certain
want to answer. I actually want to answer Day Ray's
we were
question
dark with
before we. He was saying why won't Tyler Perry pick up a show like Luke Cage or Black Lightning? Well,
That's not in
That's
his repertoire.
well,
That's not his experience.
yeah,
well. Hold on. One. Netflix had to drop it. Period, because of the deal that was happening. And when it comes
yeah,
to Black Lightning is an expensive show. And if you take a look at a lot of the things Tyler Perry does, Tyler Perry does not do expensive when it comes to production.
and I think it
And a
depends
show
on what
like
type of
Black
show it
Lightning
is.
will also involve him hiring more writers. Another thing that Tyler Perry
Does not
does
like to
not
do.
do.
He does
But
have
I
some
think
pretty
I
good movies that
honestly
doesn't
I
exploit
do
black
believe,
people
I
though.
feel like a lot of our like the people that we really admire who are like great creative geniuses that just need a little bit more like polishing sometimes, like just within whatever it is that they do. I think it's an internal thing because there's a reason why he's 51 and single. There's a reason why, like, and that's not by choice because he's like, well, here we
And he,
are.
Oh
and
yeah,
he shared that,
did he
and
put
he
up like a
shares.
thirst
Yes, he
post?
did. He did
And
put up
he
a thirst for
shares
that,
though. He's
and you could
always been someone
tell,
to share his
and
story and
and you
his struggles.
and you can tell that there's clearly some things that maybe he needs to resolve himself because clearly the writers team or whatever the people that he chose to have around him, when he was working for TBS, those writers he didn't really have a choice because it's a network. But you now, as an independent owner of like so many things, there is no excuse now. You can literally hire the people that you admire, the people that whose writing that you like, or the people whose writing that you study. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? You could bring those people into your fold because you reached the precipice of success. You
yeah.
could do that at any moment, at any time,
And
and you are not doing so. Why?
and
You
all
get what I'm saying? Like that's where
Of
a lot
course.
of our concern
No,
really
I
is
mean I
because it's like, yo,
definitely
you can
agree with the
literally be talking to
concern.
es-
black creatives that you know on the
especially
shoulder,
when it comes to
and if
not
you don't know,
hiring,
find them
especially when it comes, I'm gonna have to kind of
because there are
tell
plenty. Internet, like all
I
you
think
got to
the
do is go
best
on the
way to
internet.
challenge, I think the best way to challenge Tyler Perry is for other black creators to continue to rise in success,
And
and
that is my
challenge.
intention.
Hmm?
That is my
Yeah,
intention
I
to
know.
raise the
That's what
bar
I'm
for
saying.
all of
Like
them.
exactly. Like and I think he will continue to improve as he sees, his people around him improving. And as he's helping them too. Like as he, you know, I don't think he wants to stay. I mean, that's why he retired Medea. I don't think he wants to stay in that same thing. Like, you know,
I mean,
I mean that whole, even
it's
that
been
whole,
over
but here's the thing
20
though.
plus
Here's the one
years.
thing that also has me kind of looking at him with an eyebrow raised because Monique was completely correct.
oh yeah.
He stood up for her in private. He told her she was right in private or whatever, but you didn't stand up for her in public, and that's your
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah.
That's who you considered a friend. So if that's how you treat your friends, what makes me think that I'm any special when we have absolutely no relation? Why do I think that you're gonna help me the way that you try to present yourself out in public? Which is why I said it was the illusion
Mm,
of
mm.
helping,
Hmm.
because
I
a lot of
am
people like to
loving
buy
your
people off with the
comment.
things that they have and the things that they do, and they don't actually genuinely do it from the bottom of their heart because it's the right thing
Exactly,
to do.
Dante.
It gets them something, it makes them look good, or it buys them some kind, it buys them people.
Hmm.
You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
I mean, I
So
definitely
like
agree with you on Tyler. Like, don't get
I'm
me wrong.
watching all of that.
I am not a Tyler stan by any means. I definitely get what you're saying on Tyler. Um, I just feel like my view is expanding upon it too, which I know you also understand and agree with as well. Like I feel like we agree with the same things. It's just slightly differently like said. I believe.
Yeah.
But they're not like
See,
that. I'm not
And
like a Tyler like stan or nothing like that. Like I actually
no,
like
no,
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 a
no,
lot
but
of
no.
these
you
people.
give a balance to the conversation
Mm.
that's needed.
And
Because the way I talk and the way I say things can be taken a certain way versus you got more polish. You know, you're more polished than me.
I can't.
by the
You
We're
way,
playing
are.
girl is in her 30s now, so
You know,
you're
you
a
more
grown
polished.
woman.
So like, you know,
Grown woman now.
you got the words, wordsmith,
I
and I
can't with you.
appreciate that.
by the way, Ray Day, Tyler Perry has. I've just looked at all the things he's written, and the two things you brung up, he did
Yes,
not.
Dante. Yes, Dante.
He didn't want. He didn't write alone.
Oh, is it Dante? What is he doing now?
He is. He is Dante. He is. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
he's
yeah,
investing.
yeah, yeah.
He's investing in black
Yeah.
creation.
But
That's
what?
what I'm hearing, but like I believe when I see it. I'm
You need,
sorry.
yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
like
one of those people
see, and
that
it's
still don't
okay.
want to see the work first.
We need that. We need people that's going to hold him accountable and keep watch. You know.
Yep.
yeah. Because I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to being black and creative, I would trust a project with Jordan Peele before I trusted with Tyler Perry.
Jordan
That's
Peele gonna give you something that you're not even expecting, and you
mm.
gonna be like, I like it.
I don't know, yo. We
like
got
like you definitely gonna give him a
Some of
weird
us
look,
act our
but then
power is
you're gonna be like, I
activated
like it.
on the
But
21st. Jordan Pills might have activated, and if it's the case, he gonna put us in the infinite Tsukuyomi.
I
He gonna
just feel
leave us
like
in the
Jordan
dream world.
Peele's powers probably ain't really have to activate. But I'm gonna keep my Jordan Peele. I'm gonna keep my Jordan Peele opinion to myself this time because I ain't trying to upset nobody.
Yo,
So
can we not?
Well,
oh no, 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 no,
I
no,
lost the
no,
chair
no,
last
no.
time.
what are the gripes you may have with him?
I don't think I have necessarily like gripes. I just wonder if his involvement in the type of cinema he's doing and like with so much blackness, if he's exploiting us.
I mean, okay, wait. So Sir Marcus, and this is to your point. Sir Marcus said, Shonda Rhimes has written over 12 successful shows for various groups of people and shows our people in strong roles. To which he is completely and totally correct. Tyler Perry could have been like tapped this woman on the shoulder and be like, hey, can you look at this? Because they know each other. I know they know each other.
Yeah, even though Shonda, like, I still feel as
Like
though we have
even
to hold
her
her to a
story, even
standard
the way
too.
she writes stories, and
But
she writes
she
stories even with
breaks,
non-black
but
characters.
she
You know what I
breaks
mean?
Mm-hmm.
her black
And you see
characters
the
down.
talent there.
Over time, she breaks her black characters down, and she removes their power from them. She doesn't show all of her black characters as if they can be vulnerable and powerful at the same time. This is
Yeah,
not
it's
every.
always
This
something
is
that they
not.
have to choose.
Yeah, this
I
is
do
not
agree.
every black character she's written, but especially like her main female roles, like in Scandal and How to Get
Scandal,
Away with
How
Murder.
to Get Away with Murder.
She didn't
Yep,
have
Mm-hmm.
to do that
those
to
two.
those women, and she completely stripped them of um of their power whenever they were vulnerable. Like they had to be really weak in order. Like you can't be weak and strong at the same time. You can be
Right.
Corey. Fix your face.
You could be crying
No, my
and
brain,
ready to slap it.
my
You know what I
brain
mean?
was marinating over what you said, and I'm just like, how is Jordan Peele exploitative? But
I
we
know.
just finished talking about Tyler
No, but
Perry.
I
All
believe
right,
that Tyler
so
exploits. Don't get
Yeah,
me wrong. I know that he was exploiting the
but
For the
right.
white gays, yes.
But I feel like it's a different type of. It's different.
all right,
Exploitation.
so
Different types of
we
yeah.
So is it? Do you feel like he's doing more psychological exploitation?
And I just think he's focusing on more modern stories, and he knows we want to see this. He knows what we want to see. Even white people want to see this. I just don't know how much he's doing this for us or for his own success.
Well, he was a comedian first. They had their own show, Key and Peele, and I mean,
well, first he was on Mad TV with Keenan Michael Key, and they both one got fired because they didn't like the sketches he was writing, and then Keenan Michael Key left with him, and then they started their own show.
I just have to I don't the reason why I like to keep my opinion of Jordan Peele to myself is because I have to do more research on him. I just don't know if he's creating all of these black stories because he knows it's a cash cow.
as far as black trauma, yeah.
Exactly.
I do understand. I
People
get what you're
cash in on
saying
our
because the
trauma all the
premise, a
time.
lot of his stuff is like horror, is horror based.
And skin folk
So
ain't always
yeah,
skin folk.
Oprah, we found out that this year,
All right.
especially.
I
You know.
can't
All right,
with y'all.
all right.
Listen,
So
I
we're
am as
going,
censored as I could possibly
I
be. I
we're
feel
know.
so much
going
restraint.
to roll that sexy intro in place of an
Is
ad, and when we come back,
Yes, roll
we
that
talk about
intro
something
again
else.
for a third time. All three of them.
It really does. This thing looks amazing. It really does. Every
It's so
time.
good. Yeah,
Like
every
it don't get old at all. I'm gonna have to actually have you send that to me or whatever, because we're definitely gonna run that as an ad on Real Talk with Queen Nick's season 2 premiere. And that will premiere, you guys, January 28th, 2021 at 8 p.m.
It's the second
Eastern.
best. It's the second
Huh?
best intro I made
Second season.
all 2020. The
Season
first one
two.
was
Is it?
my intro,
Ah.
but
Okay.
I won't upload that for right.
Well, you know, I guess you're gonna give me a run for my money then. I guess I gotta really make this I really gotta put some work in now.
Cowbunga it is.
Yeah, I got an army to
Indeed.
amass, fam. I'm putting in that work.
But
We're reaching our last, 30 minutes or so and whatnot. What do you guys really look forward to really manifesting this year coming? Like, what are you really excited for? Like, what's got you like, yes, this is it, this is coming, or whatever.
a new day, more fun, more nerd-ish, and good food. On that note,
good food, right?
I'll
Oh,
be
You
I'll
gonna, you gonna,
I'll be back in a few texts.
Because
you
you
need to be
Skip that
sad
part.
now.
yeah,
That's
you
like
gotta
the
do
one
that.
downside of living in this area. None of the food is good. It is
Of
all
course
bad.
not. It's a safe area, but like the
Like,
food will definitely be trash usually in the most safe areas because there are limited a number of
I
POC.
didn't think Caesars could get worse.
oh
Who
my
put
god.
raisins in the potato salad?
Oh my
Who
god.
put raisins in a potato
Like
salad? You need to be
back in little side note, like back in Philly, there was the
We don't
Caesars
eat
there.
that
If you at
fish
least
here,
got
Karen.
the extra most bestest, it tastes it like maybe 20 to 50% like a real pizza.
Oh,
They
and if
don't
anybody
care.
loves me, buy me this book.
Buy you that book.
Yep,
All
because
right.
y'all know I love books. But it's actually very accurate. The readings I'm getting in this thing are just like pretty spot on, even my own.
Look,
Good
fam,
stuff there.
you I see you laughing, but you don't know the struggle of like terrible food everywhere.
Terrible food. Oh no, that's when I lived up in Cheltenham. That's exactly what I had to deal with. I had to this was like right before Uber Eats was like really a thing. So like I had to Uber to the restaurant, pick up my food, and then Uber back to my house. My guy,
Yeah.
like I remember,
I
like I
definitely
went
feel that
to.
pain up here.
Like a 12 the in a 12-mile radius, there is no good food.
I know you live somewhere near this lady who runs a food truck during the day though, Miss Lies on the go, and it's literally probably near you. And it's really, really good. It is a little bit on the pricey side, depending. Like if you got two people, you're gonna probably spend maybe $60 between the two of you. But it is so like, oh my god, the food just smells so amazing. Like literally, you can smell
Madam,
the aroma.
if I had pearls, they'd be clutched right now. Don't.
Like
I
it's
cannot.
that good, that good. I'm telling
I
you,
can
yo.
eat.
Have I ever stood you?
I
Have
can
I ever
eat for
steered you
two
wrong with
people.
when
I'm
it came to
not about
food?
to pay $60 just for myself.
I would. I no for two people though. That's for two
I don't
people.
know. I can eat for
So
two
if you
people.
going, so
I'm
if you going, that yeah. So if you going to spend $60 for yourself, why not? That I feel like that's a worthwhile meal. I won't spend $60 on some jeans or nothing like that or nothing material. But
Okay, so I mean, I did just buy some jeans for that exact amount, but they're gonna last me for a while. Okay.
yeah, as long as they got like is they gonna last? Like I
They
got
are,
some
yeah, yeah.
some
That's the reason
diesel
why I got
jeans.
them. That's
I
one
never
reason why
bought
I
them.
got
They were hand me downs. The diesel jeans be doing them Hudson Jones too. Like them Jones, like all the ones I got are hand me downs.
and it's
But
only because I was able to get another pair of jeans with buying that. Otherwise, I'm not.
oh yeah,
I
Yeah,
can't just
right,
buy them
that's
like outright for just 60.
right,
Got to be a deal involved.
much
right.
more.
You got to get more than what
What
they
you
trying to
mean?
give
Yeah.
you. Right, you gotta get
If
more
I'm
than figure
spending
back.
over
Always.
$60, it's for some tech.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might spend $60 on some tech depending on what it is.
I mean, I don't really want to. I'd rather somebody else spend that coin on the tech for me though.
Yeah.
That's
That would
what
be
I'm manifesting this year. Not having
like,
to
yo,
buy my own tech.
I'm trying to normalize guys, like instead of trying to buy you a drink and stuff like that, buy me books. Like
Yes.
that's where it's at. You want the key to my heart, that's how you manifest me.
Yes.
You buy me
Look,
books.
I know,
You
I
buy me
know,
books and
but
Yes.
things that I
it's
can
the
learn
Mac
from.
fam.
Buy me
I'll take the
electronics.
things. Yeah,
Right,
please buy me electronics. I
Yes.
spent all my money on
right.
electronics. Like,
Right.
hold on, just this is not CR, but this is our fans. Like, I'm a thick boy, and I'm thinking about this.
Oh my god.
I want me
he
a
letting it
PS5 guy.
he putting it out there.
Is this
He a
PS5
little thick
protected?
joint. He dummy thick.
THICC.
You see
Yeah,
the
he
camera.
dummy thick.
He dummy thick.
The
Yeah,
camera
you got
itself can barely contain this level of.
you try to say it with as much bass as
Yes.
possible, but we don't have
Dummy
enough
thick.
bass.
Oh, wait,
He the
I'm not.
thickest slime out there.
Hold on. I'm not dummy thick. I'm extra
Yeah.
thick.
Oh, you extra. Okay, I got you.
He remedial thick. He left
I
down
got you.
thick. I can't.
Oh,
What you
God,
said? What are we manifesting? I'm manifesting not spending as much of my own money as possible.
Yes,
And
yes,
if
ma'am.
I am, I'm circulating it in my community.
Yes,
The growth
ma'am.
of our community.
Yes, I'm here for
Straight up.
all of that.
Good health.
Yes.
Proper.
Yes.
I'm trying to manifest a proper love relationship. I'm tired
Yes,
Oh,
healthy love relationship.
and I'm trying to manifest myself with the streaming and my work. Hence why I leveled up quietly in 2020.
Quietly.
Yes.
He moved in
Manifesting.
silence.
He's dumb humble though.
Because
Like, I need y'all to understand something. Demon Engine is a beast, okay? Y'all don't know what he's capable of because y'all don't see it. Y'all ain't been around him. But Bull is a problem. When he focused, he's a problem. And Bull sound like he got focused. So y'all niggas better watch out.
I had one of the realizations I had during 2020 is I'm tired of buying things with my own money.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like I'm not saying like I want somebody else's money.
I feel like partially
We want
it might
people
be
to
like
invest
partially
in us.
ghetto though.
We want people to invest in
I
us.
feel like me having to, purchase certain items and things and do
It's
certain things, pay
ghetto.
for certain things is a little ghetto. Like
You want people
it's
to
not
invest in you. You want like you want
right.
investors. Like it's not even about like,
Right.
oh, I want like my partner to buy everything for me, or I want this one.
No, if you want to work and you want
I
to
want the streets
invest,
to buy it for me.
and
Like
we
no, I
make
want my
right,
investors.
yep,
Like
community. Yes,
yeah, I
I
want
feel
my
like we
community
need
to
to
invest in me.
circulate our dollars more around and amongst ourselves so much more because that's where the power lies. People try to tell you, oh, you can't do this, you can't, because it's just you. But it's like, yo, every big group started as one or two people,
Yeah.
3 people, 4 people. All of this stuff has started since the beginning. And you know what I mean? This is just how we are.
Yeah.
You know what's great? Clubhouse was another thing that came in 2020 that was
Yes,
very
follow me on
interesting.
Clubhouse, dog. That's
Follow
like
me on Clubhouse, Queen Nick Art.
Yo,
I have no
first
idea
name.
what that is.
Clubhouse is an iPhone only app. So
okay, disgusting.
yeah. So basically you
One
meet
day,
a lot of different
one day you'll
creatives
fully
in
wake up
different
and
sectors.
realize that they're playing y'all. One day.
Listen, it's not about playing us. It's about what you can do with Apple products. I keep trying to tell you, it's about the smoothness of being able to go from one device to the next. I literally have Apple everything, and it is so much easier. Like Engine, if you had a Mac and an iPhone, or even an iPad and a Mac,
you would not need to do not like yo, you wouldn't even really use your PC for editing anymore, for video editing, for any of that stuff because you'd be using the Mac. I'm telling you. Because there are so many apps on there
You
to
know
do
what?
so many of the things that you're doing that makes
Apple
it
Apple
easier.
needs to cut us a check for this free
Again,
promotion.
Yeah,
again,
for real.
nah, I'm not.
But like I
Because
mean
I
that's
ain't
up to
got no
you.
problem. Y'all say the streamline connectivity, but that's about it. All the other
I
shit
mean,
outdated.
I'm just
all the
waiting
rest
for.
of the stuff Android has,
I'm
but
waiting for. I mean, I know, like maybe it
And I'm
won't.
not
I
just
don't.
talking about Android because I got this PC here, and this.
But I can't wait to
Let
see
me
like
tell
a
you.
huge black tech company, especially that has
yes.
products.
Major Figures was one, but like based on some of the research that I've been doing, there's not really
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna take some time, and that's why
you know,
I'm manifesting the whole thing of like how I look
yeah.
at it is when I buy another black creator or another POC creator, like when I buy from them, I don't feel as though I'm just buying your product. I feel like I'm investing in you. Like
Right. I believe in what
I
you're
want you
doing.
to get that new device for your business. I want you to get, that makeover
Right.
you need. I want you to get that brand kit you want. So that's why I buy from you. And that's all I'm saying. Like when I say like, oh, I want to be people to invest in me so that I can get the things that I need to put out more for my community.
Moving on
Right.
that note,
I always tell
invest
people to
in,
buy stuff that they want. Like I
Wait,
say,
invest
like
in
if you
all of us. We
I tell
got
people
the
don't
merch.
you ain't gotta go to my wish list or whatever for my move stuff or whatever. Go to Serpentine Fire, download it on the Android, go Google Play Store and buy yourself something. That helps me. Treat yourself. By treating yourself, you help me. You treat me.
Facts. And treat yourself to some Demon Engine merch as well as Serpentine Fire and
Amerime
Amerime, all
Media.
of that. Yeah, same repugnant. I don't care. I need papers. This needs
Yeah,
y'all want to see this
definitely.
become sexier, right?
oh
I
my
plan on
god.
putting a cloud wall in the ceiling.
You
Everything.
gonna put a poll in there?
I don't know. I might. I just might.
If you do,
If I get a VR headset and
I'll
full
be
body
there.
tracking, I might just put a poll in this motherfucker.
My
You might have to stream me. You might have to stream me over there a couple times a week.
He's gonna like
Yeah.
definitely open it OnlyFans where it's just engine on the pole.
I can see it. Why not? Why not? With
Only
this
Random
engine
gummy
pants.
pig.
pants. But no, like no. I'm just saying, just support,
I don't think you're
support the
ready for this
creators,
belly.
support. Y'all not ready. Y'all ain't gonna be ready when I throw this on your backbreaker right here. That's what.
Oh
Right.
my god. Oh my god.
Yep, put it
But
all out there.
but like wherever you want to support by buying a shirt, where you want to donate onto my stream, or like, do I need to
Donate to
throw
his
my
Cash App.
ass? Yeah, my Cash App is on my Twitter. Do I need to throw my ass in a circle for a PS5? I will. I will twerk right now.
That's been
Just
the other
don't
thing in
know.
2020, yo. Dudes are really like doing whatever it takes for the PS5. Like
Oh my god.
was there a point in time where like we like there was something that like in the mainstream that like women, like solely women really wanted?
I don't know.
Like that. Like I can't think
Like
of
that was that
anything.
expensive? I don't know.
Peg.
Right.
That's what
I
you.
don't know.
So
Like I
I
guess
think
Jimmy
maybe
Choo's
red
maybe.
bottoms. Red
Red bottoms,
bottoms.
yeah.
And then recently it was Birkins.
Birkins.
But I
Okay,
don't
okay.
feel
So
like
like
it's like I feel like it's not as many
yeah,
women,
Birkin
you know what I
chasers
mean, that
as there
want
are as
PS5
PS5
men.
guys who's
Yeah.
ready to
I,
just go ahead and like
Men
whoever
in
is gonna
my
buy me the
non
PS5, that's bae.
I
my
always say
one
men in our
friend,
non-binaries because is
my
it
one friend said that his girl got him a PS4, an Xbox, and a Switch. He was just sitting there, and she was like, "Can I peg you?" He's like, "No." It was like, "What if I buy you these things?" He's like, "Sure." She got the keys and immediately
this is
went up
rated R. This is rated
and
R.
bought it. No, that's what they want pegging as much as we want the PS5. So that's why some people is over just making that trade.
Listen, dog. I don't listen. Don't fall
Yo,
for
like
that. Don't fall. That's a very
don't
small
fall for the oop.
community. Okay, first of all, I want you to treat me right. I want you to
Right.
if you're my man and you fund my pockets throughout the year, you will probably get that gift. You know,
You'll probably get that gift tenfold.
yeah, you'll definitely get it tenfold. You invested in yourself by investing in me.
That part. they'll only know that though if they actually have a real queen in their life. So
Dog. But even if they do, they don't be. Some of them don't be seeing, but it's okay. When they be sitting there, it'd be so funny. Like
you require their higher self, which is why some of them run away from you.
Back up.
look, I'm
People
chilling.
watching, back me up.
Back you up.
I want to be in the conversation.
Back you up how?
But I can't win against you two. Y'all know I can't.
How? But we just telling the truth though. Like
Yeah.
we lying.
You level yourself up, and so many things come back to you in return.
Yeah.
So many beautiful things.
All right, so like, and now it's time for that extra portion. Drop your cash apps. YouTube.
We dropping cash.
Oh yeah, y'all can go ahead and send me a cash app at $ model Niko Smith. That's all one word, MODELNIKO Smith.
He went to go get himself some food. I'm trying to get me food too.
Me too.
You guys are silly. Well, since we're dropping things wherever, you guys can follow me on social media at SiddeeQah Love. My name is right there on the screen. If you got a Clubhouse, hit me on Clubhouse. First name only, SiddeeQah. And if you do want to drop me some funds, support my business. Philadelphia.
Wear your face for that.
Yes, and please shop at Serpentine Fire. That's at Serpentine Fire 215 on Instagram. And you can go ahead and download our Android app. iOS app is coming soon. DM me if you want exclusive access. But yeah, I'm working on a lot of things. Shop Serpentine Fire. That's hashtag Serpentine Fire. Shop Amerime Media merch as well.
Kind of seductive, man.
You can find us on Google Play, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify as well.
Everywhere that there's a podcast.
Everywhere you listen to podcasts, you can find us all there. That is where we are. We will be coming back with you guys.
Tell the truth.
Fairly soon.
Tell the truth. That is so right, Sir Marcus. The right people will invest back into you.
Indeed. And they do. They do all the time. And I'm just so grateful for the people in my life. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to you, Sid. Shout out to Engine. Shout out to Sir Marcus. Shout out to Corey.
Shout out to Sir Marcus. He be dropping, I know that he
dropping super gems. Yes.
Yeah.
And always a solid one. For real. Shout out to all of the individuals that have touched my life and have had such a great impact, because all of you have impacted me in such a great way. And I am so very appreciative.
We are appreciative of you.
I'm gonna miss y'all, yo.
For the blurs out there and all of us right here, whatever you. Oh, who's that?
That's Corey. Yeah, that's Corey.
I just want to remind people that don't be afraid to require what you require, because if you require it, then you're most likely giving it. So if you're giving it, don't be afraid to require it. Why the caucasity of y'all out there making all that noise?
Because that's the entitlement.
That's what it is. Just, I'm telling y'all, living. All right, we ain't even.
Child, we'll talk.
You follow me on Demon Engine everything. I've officially made it Demon Engine everything.
So wait, Corey has another message for you guys.
What's the message?
Hey guys, next week the Junkies are going to be talking about reboots. It's a thing. We all know it. So we're going to talk about what's going to be rebooted, what should have never been rebooted.
Why you stop?
How would they do that right now? We'd like to also thank all the people who watched and are watching and participated tonight.
In our live stream. In our love stream.
Yes, love stream. I love the love stream. I don't know why y'all can't see us.
We'll be back.
But we here.
As soon as Corey showed up, you started lagging.
Still talking, but Jesus, America, Freedom Eagle.
So yeah, he's out.
Yeah,
but thank y'all so much for listening, watching. Thank y'all for participating and imparting your thoughts and whatnot. And we hope to do more,
talks and discussions and loves and hates and dislikes and likes and all that good stuff in 2021. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. We sending you guys love and light. Peace and blessings to all of you guys. Later.
Later.
Bye.